don't know what you had today.
No, I'm just kidding.
Excuse me, don't after the foolish, you want to know. Anyway, hello everyone, I am Coach Tira.
And I'm Coach Zona.
Together we are
XM Chicks.
Yes. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about personality types, in particular our own personality types. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of not all 16, just our own.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to talk about how birth order, how you were raised, and maybe your zodiac sign plays a role in your personality. So let's start out.
So I'm curious, first of all, what personality type are you, and how do you find that adds challenges, or how do you think that helps you in whatever it is that you do? So I am an ENTP, which I know surprised you greatly. You thought we were a pair, and we are not a pair. So there are different things that I do.
Disgrace.
So there are things that I have had to take into consideration and really work on, because I do tend to be a perceiver, and I like to keep my options open to the last possible moment.
Fuck that. Mm-mm.
And
I need structure.
She likes structure.
Yeah.
I also like to be up in the clouds, the idea cloud that's far, far overhead.
And she's like right now to reality.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she helps me, and sometimes I help her see that we're going to be awesome.
Yes. We will be. But so I am an ENTJ.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have feelings. That's a misconception.
You have feelings? I'm just kidding.
So this is a misconception about ENTJs, is that we're all cold-hearted. We don't have feelings. Everybody has feelings. Mm-hmm. I'm human. Mm-hmm. The difference is that I don't make decisions based on my feelings. Mm-hmm. I acknowledge my feelings. And the few times I do make decisions based on my feelings, it's usually anger. And it's not good.
You get spicy.
It's not good. So I try not to do that, because that's another subject. We're going to talk about anger and what trouble God said, because I've been to anger management twice in my life. So, yeah. But that's a different story. So, because I am an ENTJ, I'm mostly guided by what I think, not necessarily what I feel. Also, this one went the same way, because she act like an ENTJ. She near her click, but she tricked me.
I do have to say, okay, so I do a lot of leadership meetings, and we talk about a lot of things, and I am always surrounded by J's, and all they ever do is harp on these P's, and they talk about how indecisive we are, and we talk about how, I kid you not, some woman went on and on and on about how a P will drive around the parking lot for an hour to look for a spot. No, I will not do that. I will not do that, because you know why? I have goals, and I have plans, I have things that I'm going to do. I do not have time to drive around the parking lot for an hour. Now, I do know P's that are like that, that would drive around and be like, what if this is a better spot? How will we ever know? I don't know. I don't know how you're going to know, but I'm going to be inside and get my shopping done. Okay?
Yeah.
So, I know for a fact that each personality type has its pros and its cons. Just like you, I tend to be thinking first, and I used to get accused all the time of being heartless. I used to get accused because I would get through something. I'm like, listen, I know where we're going. We are going there. We're going to do whatever it takes to get to the thing, and we're all going to get there in one piece, okay? That's the plan. We're getting there, come hell or high water. And it's not that I am like stuffing my emotions. The emotions just don't come up. Like, I have to stop and be super intentional.
Yes.
So if you want to know how I feel, do not ask me when I'm in the middle of a project, because I don't know. And I'm going to tell you I'm fine. Because I probably am fine right then.
Well, I'm not going to tell you I'm fine. I'll probably say I'm okay. Because I'm trying to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is. Like my mom died. My
That's hard.
father fell to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the middle of school.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 kids. I had to figure out how to move my mother from North Carolina back to Detroit.
That's hard.
And I still had a paper I needed to finish. So did I acknowledge my pain? Yes. But did I live in it? No. I actually turned to my own friend, anger. Because anger has its place. You know, it's emotion like any other thing, and it can help you get through or it can destroy you. It's up to you. So I just used my anger to help me push through my pain of losing her, and planned her funeral. I picked out her outfit. I even did her makeup and her hair myself. The funeral director was like, "Really? Are you sure you want to do this?" Yes, I have to, because I have to make sure she looked like her.
Yeah.
And the night before her funeral service, I stayed up all night and finished my paper. Now, some people thought I was crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but that's just the way I deal with things. It's not that I didn't care about my mother's death. I cared deeply. And then after I got done with her funeral, and in that particular semester, for the next 2 semesters, I was depressed.
Yeah.
So it's like when I'm going through something, I don't give consideration to how I feel. I know it's there, but I know I have to just push through. And then later on, I deal with the feelings. Because we all have feelings.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, like, I like, in the moment, my feelings just don't surface. Like, if you're asking me to be a decision maker, you're getting me making a decision that is the most, like, that works for the most amount of people, that lines with the goals, that talks about where we're going, that kind of getting us to a specific destination. And I'm not necessarily going to be like, is everybody going to feel great about this?
Right.
Is this going to step on anybody's toes? So I
Suck it
tend
up.
to need to have feelers around me to balance that piece of me. Not that I don't care. I do care. I do care greatly.
My 2 kids and my husband, they're all F's.
Oh boy.
It drives me insane. No, another misconception I don't like is about J's is that we're judging. J doesn't mean judging you. It actually means I'm judging me. I am my own worst critic. I am so hard on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I never hold other people to the same standards that I hold myself, because I am hypercritical of myself. I mean, even after I had a stroke, I was just beating myself down until this one was like, "Oh, you shouldn't me?"
I was like, dude, lady, like, give yourself some time to heal, man. Like,
so,
make this work for you.
Yeah, so, you know, I don't think people think that Janes are judgmental to other people. No, we're not. I'm judging me.
But the thing about it is this. The actual piece of what they're talking about when they're talking about judging versus perceiving, judging just means that you get to a final action first.
Yes.
And P's don't get to that final action. They keep their options open for what action to take to the last minute.
I don't like that.
And that has nothing to do with judgment
doesn't.
blame or accusation at all.
That's a misconception. So let's talk about birth order, how that plays a role. So you're the middle child.
I'm a middle oldest.
What does that mean?
So I am the middle of 5 kids. However, I was the oldest one in the house from the age of 6.
Oh, okay. Because the older kids are already left off the house.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was me, and I was there. I was mostly taken care of by my brother. and he's 11 years older than me.
Oh, wow.
So when he graduated and he was gone, then it was just me, and I took care of my sister and myself. And then when my little brother came along, he's 9 years younger than me.
Oh, wow.
So basically, I took care of him after that.
And see, I'm the only child.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I'm an E, and I'm sorry, her. She's an E. She's a true high E, and she needs people for energy.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm on the N spectrum of the E. I'm barely an E.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like I'm like 51%, and then 49 an I. So I'm the only child. I'm used to being alone, and I like my own time. So while I like to socialize with people, I need to come home and decompress because it's too much.
Now, I will tell you. So when you get depressed, you act in the opposite letters of yourself. That's just kind of a known thing. It's called an opposite function. So one of the pieces that I know, when I know I'm depressed, is when I go from my intuition right into my feelings.
Sure, me too. Yeah.
And it's called looping. Did you know that?
I didn't know
It's
that.
called personality looping.
But yeah, when I'm depressed, I'm completely in my feelings, which I hate to be in my feelings because I don't feel right. I feel not like myself.
So I was dealing with this emotional thing, and it was so hard. And I have this amazing friend who is a feeler, right? So when she's dealing with her emotions, I help her logic her way out of them. But she was trying to do the same thing to me. I finally just looked at her and I said, listen, if I could have logicked my way out of these feelings, I would have done that for myself. These feelings are completely irrational. They will not be logicked out of. And I just had to decide I wasn't going to keep them because they weren't lining me up with where I needed to go. Like sometimes your feelings kind of give you warning signs of something that's happening. So I paid attention. I made sure it wasn't just a warning sign of something else that was going on. I'm like, all right, then I got to get rid of it.
And then how you choose to react about those feelings. Sometimes with your personality, as far as your birth order, whether you're middle or oldest or only, or youngest, and it also depends on sometimes if you believe it is your zodiac sign. So I am a Libra.
You're going to have to explain this to me because I don't know what you're talking about.
So what's your zodiac sign?
I don't know.
When's your birthday?
January 13th.
Oh, yeah, you just had one. We just had your birthday dinner. Oh, no, I forgot that. Yes, we did. We had a birthday dinner for our Chili's. They ate that grills, baby. Barbecue sauce. Anyway.
Not North Carolina barbecue sauce. There was no cocktail sauce involved here, folks. You'll have to watch the other video to understand the inside joke.
No. So, Zona is a Capricorn.
What does that mean?
Like my oldest daughter. And my mother's a Capricorn. My daughter's a Capricorn. Capricorn women tend to be very friendly and pushy.
Evidently, I'm pushy. That's where you get my fake J from.
Yeah. That's
now we know.
Yes. So I'm a Libra. Fairness is very important to me. But so then, since I'm an ENTJ, I'm trying to make sure I'm being logically fair, even with my children. And they'll tell you that. That's how I raised them. Don't necessarily know if my husband think I'm being fair. Though to me, I think I'm being fair because I give you chance after chance after chance before I drop the hammer. Because, well, they have to balance the scale. And just can't keep letting you slide, you know.
Well, I know, man, I like fairness too. But I tend to be more of the big picture person where I'm like, is this going to be the best for the most amount of people? For sure.
Oh, really?
But I have a lot of grace in my personal life where I give people a lot of leeway. And I tend to be very much like, okay, if this is your, if this is what you need to learn or grow or whatever, especially like I was talking to one of my coaching clients, and I was like, you know, the reason that I love coaching is because I get to step into one of the most vulnerable places that anybody can deal with anything, which is in their business, which is essentially a lot of times like a marriage, right? It exposes you. It pulls out all of your, you know, insecurities. It highlights every place that you're like, I have no idea if I'm doing the right thing.
Yes. So, I mean, I have a saying, anytime that you feel challenged or adversity comes up in your life, everything that is broken in you rushes to the surface.
Yep.
And that's the truth. So, whether it's your business or your marriage or your family life or at work, anytime that there's a challenge or something that causes drastic change in your life, everything that's broken in you rushes to the surface. All your insecurities.
So I love walking through that place because there are a lot of times that your life experiences, your, you know, the way that you view the world, how you handle when you're in those distressful situations that are just intense or overwhelming or whatever, you know, they kind of lead you to being a better business owner or, you know, to being a better person in your relationships and your life, just across the board.
They can if you learn how to be objective.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing with feelers. Sometimes people who has feelers, they so busy concerned about their feelings, they forget how to be objective. And I mean, look at yourself as if it wasn't you. Now, take the same scenario that's going on, put it on Susie, and then see how you would say it should play out. I guarantee you would say something different if it was somebody else and not you. So like saying that, you know, you start a new business, but you don't really know how to advertise your business or market your business. But you and your feelings about it. So you got to learn how to look at it objectively. What would such and such do if this was somebody else? What would they do?
And see, that's kind of some of the things that I have to walk business owners through because just because it's something you love doesn't mean it's going to be something that your customers are going to love.
Exactly.
It might resonate with you, but it might not resonate with them. And that doesn't mean you can't put your personality into it, like we're talking about for our personality video. Yeah. It just means that it can't be more about you than it is your customers.
Like me. I hate doing emails. They suck to me.
I think so too.
But I know that it's a great way for me to connect with clients and potential clients, to get my brand out there, to get my name out there. And so I could get my feelings about it and say, I don't want to do it. Or I could be logical about it and say, I'm going to do whatever it is I need to do, even if it's stuff I don't like doing, to get to where I want to go.
I was actually just talking to one of my clients about this today, where I'm like, listen, you can be set in your ways because your personality type, and you can say, I'm just going to hate this because it's something I hate. Yeah. Or you can decide to kind of align yourself with it and be like, you know what? I'm going to be grateful for this. I'm going to be happy about this. I'm going to choose to invest myself here because this is the path to get me where I want to go in my life, in my relationship, in my business, wherever it is. And you get to choose that mindset, and then you get to incorporate your personality in an authentic way.
So no matter where you are with your personality type, your zodiac sign, your birth order, it doesn't matter. You can always still set things in motion, use things as things to help you, to guide you to where you want to go. Whether it's your business, your marriage, your career, whatever it is.
So do you have the tip of the day?
Do I? I forgot it.
All right. So our tip of the day is really just be aware of the pitfalls of your personality and work on those things. Just because somebody says that's an issue for your personality, first of all, actually take into consideration if that's true for
Just
you.
stuff not set in stone.
But the second thing is you need to be working on it. So I intentionally work on my feelings and being aware of my feelings because that's an area that tends to be slower for me.
I intentionally work on my feelings too, because people tend to think that I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do care, because if you tell me something, I just say, okay. And I don't mean I'm not knowledgeable. I'm usually thinking about how I can help you with that. So now I say, oh, I'm so sorry. And I am sorry, but I'm still thinking, what can I do to help her or him? All right? So that's it. If you like the video, make sure you share it. Leave us comments. If you want to contact us at internchicks@gmail.com, and follow us across social media.
Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember, your personality is not an excuse to not be self-aware.
Yes. XML.
XML.